How is it possible for a non-living being to cause such a pandemic? Viruses are not alive. They are biological entities with genetic content. They only become active when in the presence of a host. Therefore, they are considered mandatory intracellular parasites. One of the characteristics that prevent them from being considered living beings as they depend on cells to multiply. Coronavirus is the name given to the family of viruses associated with respiratory infections. The name is given due to the protrusions on their entire surface that resemble a solar corona. This group includes the new coronavirus, the SARS-CoV-2, whose origin is still unknown. This was first detected in Wuhan, China, and the disease resulting from its infection is called CoViD-19. The genetic material of this virus is the RNA. In general, and at a structural level, RNA is similar to DNA. However, instead of having two helical chains, it has only one. Once infected by the virus, we become a vector of propagation of this disease. When coughing into the hand, for example, and subsequently touching a surface, contamination occurs. So, if someone else touches this same contaminated surface, like a door handle, and then touch with the hands the areas that lead to contamination of the respiratory tract, such as the eyes, mouth, and nose, this person can contract the COVID-19 disease. It is because of this ease of transmission that we must do our best to make this situation better. Everyone must act assuming that every person is infected and must do their best to protect themselves and the others around. So, in addition to the temperature check, we must stay and work from home as much as we can. We must disinfect the hands regularly and every day, washing them well and correctly or using alcohol gel. The use of face masks is essential to combat the spread of this disease, as well as respecting the social distance of at least 2 meters. The use of gloves prevents contamination of our hands, but we should never touch them on the face. All the health protection materials used must be disposed of properly and never discharged on the environment as pollutants or contaminants. If we do all of this, we will alleviate the number of deaths and our healthcare professionals. In this way, the COVID-19 can be avoided even without the vaccine. And, in the meantime, researchers will work towards the same goal. The vaccine development is an extensive process that can be summarized in 3 phases. The initial research phase is the laboratory and animal testing, followed by the human testing phase, and the phase after the progressive introduction to the community, the surveillance phase, and its effectiveness. We are facing a difficult time in all terms. Humans are social beings, and staying in confinement can lead to psychological stress. This is why it is important to remain positive, and now, more than ever, we must believe, because all our efforts will be worth. And one day, we'll be able to go back to school, to hold hands, to get alone, to walk in a park, and to enjoy the waves. And then we will clap without being restricted to our windows.